Hi, I'm Leigh-Chantelle from viva-la-vegan.net, and this week's question is, how do I become a vegan? Pretty simple one, I think. I would suggest at the beginning you work out why you're becoming vegan. So I for one became a vegan 2 years after I was vegetarian, so it was a gradual transition for me. And I became vegetarian in the beginning because I don't agree with using, abusing, and in particular killing animals just to eat and just for our own gain, when we should be looking after them on this planet. When I found out about the dairy and the egg industries and realised they were just as bad, if not worse, than killing animals, I decided to be vegan. So I first gave up red meat in the beginning, and then I stopped eating chickens, and then I was still eating some fish and some calamari. And then when I found out about veganism, I just didn't eat any calamari, and I didn't eat any eggs or dairy. I was only really having them if they were in something at that stage. And then honey. I didn't realise that honey is not vegan. So it was pretty easy for me to do. I went vegan over 16 years ago, so it was a bit harder then, maybe, than it is now. We didn't have very many vegan restaurants. We had one, Squirrels, in Brisbane then, and that's now no longer. And so I went there for birthdays and things like that. They made amazing chocolate cake for me for my birthdays. And so mostly at that stage, at the end or the beginning of 1997, it was pretty hard to find vegan foods, vegan products, things like that. But most of the health food stores had at least some of those things. Nowadays you can get so many things online. We have, you know, the Vegan Edge here, which is the vegan grocery store. There's many overseas as well. So it's really good. There's obviously a lot more of a market for it, and it's great to see so many alternatives. And there are so many alternatives. So if you're finding it hard to give up a particular thing, you know, maybe you could find the alternative and make sure you have a lot of that in your cupboard, in your fridge, just in case, you know. And you may have a few times when it's a bit hard, or you feel as though it's hard to keep being a vegan. You just need to remind yourself why you're doing it. You know, for the animals, for those that don't have a voice, those that can't stand up for themselves and say exactly what they need to say. You know, we don't want to be killed, we don't want to be hurt, we don't want to be abused just for you to eat or to use. So maybe if you're a visual person, you could put some little signs or some little photos and posters around your house to help you focus on the reason you're a vegan. And you know, maybe some vegan, really great photos of vegan food, vegan people. If you're into sports or an athlete, you know, have some photos of some inspiring vegan athletes. You know, just to remind yourself why you're doing it, and that so many other people do it as well and have been vegan for quite a while. So yeah, pretty simple. How do you become a vegan? Just be one. Make sure you educate yourself to what nutrients, vitamins, minerals and all that you need in your diet. Make sure you know what products have what sort of ingredients and things like that, know which is vegan and what isn't. You can have a look online. There's so many different places that you can find information about that on my website, viva-la-vegan.net, for example. And I would also suggest hang around with like-minded people. There's a lot of meetups, there's a lot of vegan and vegetarian groups around, there's a lot of animal liberation groups. So meet these people. You might not get on with all of them, but it's really good just to be able to see that there are other people like you around, and you can hang out and have lunches with them, or dinners, or, you know, even some other social events. So that's what I would suggest. And yeah, just Google stuff if you're a bit unsure of what to do or where to go or what to find. Just do a search online and I'm sure you'll find something. So anyway, hope you liked this week's video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to get a new question and answer video each week. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.